Hello and welcome to Mark Goldbridge live and uncut. Another episode, Premier League season not over. You might think it is if you're a Liverpool fan. It isn't over, but the first opening weekend is over. We've seen everybody play now, and I see a lot of this media nonsense that it's Man City or Liverpool. Well, after Liverpool game, they've won the title. A couple of hours later, Man City win, they've won the title. Is it Liverpool or Man City's title to lose? What a load of nonsense! Come on, everybody needs to bloody sit down. It's the first weekend of the season. The most impressive results of the season so far are in relation to winning titles are Chelsea, Spurs, and City because they all won away. Liverpool beat West Ham 4-0. I seem to recall Manchester United did that on the opening day last season, and nobody amongst the Manchester United community said we're going to win the league because of that, because it means very little beating West Ham 4-0. But, give them their fair dues. Liverpool did play well, but it's the opening game of the season. Manchester United, on the other hand, got 3 points and didn't play that well, but it's still 3 points. Arsenal, I said Arsenal are going to be finishing sixth, and I don't mean to upset Arsenal fans with that, but I'm just saying I don't think you realise the gap between you and the top five is huge. Squad-wise, experience-wise, ability-wise, it's massive. And if Emery could get Arsenal into the top four, then, as I said over the summer, he deserves to get Manager of the Year because and Player of the Year. But somebody's just saying they're loving the raw and uncut stuff. Well, I'm going to do plenty of these. I quite like just going live for 5 minutes and just having a chat with you all. So make sure you subscribe if you are new. But no, look, this is not the United stand, so I'll talk about what I like. Somebody's saying there, stop talking about Liverpool and City. Look, make your own minds up. This is raw and it's uncut. I'll say what I bloody well like. And the reality is I watch a lot of football beyond Manchester United and I have an opinion on it. And this is not the United stand, so I'll say what I bloody well like. And look, it's the opening day of the season. It's great to have football back, but I find it hilarious. I found it hilarious last season how Man City had won the league in September. And of course they did go on to win the league, but I look at the fixtures that are coming up and I think Man City probably played their hardest fixture of their opening 8 fixtures today, and they won it. So City are going to go off like a train. They did last season. There's no surprise. We shouldn't be scared or intimidated by that, no matter who you support. Whether you're a Liverpool, Spurs, United, Chelsea fan, it doesn't matter. City are going to go off like a train. They've got some really winnable fixtures right the way through until the start of October. So I think they'll probably have a 100% record in October again. If any other club's got a 100% record by then, fair play to them. I think Liverpool have got quite a comfortable start as well. But Christmas is the first gauge on a Premier League title, and City had it wrapped up by Christmas, and they may do it again. But City are going to be the champions, so we can pretend that that's not relevant, but they are the champions. Nobody really did business over the summer that makes me think, well, they're definitely better than City. I mean, Liverpool did okay business, United did crap business, Spurs did no business, and Chelsea did okay business, and City added Morris. So they're going to be contenders, certainly favourites, Manchester City, and I think they're going to go off like a train, like I said. And I think Liverpool will probably go off and win quite a few games as well. Of course, Manchester United and Spurs, they play each other the week after next, so one of them or both of them are going to drop points if they draw. So it's the opening game of the season. I don't need to get carried away. I'm not carried away. As a Manchester United fan, I'm very relaxed. You could look at Liverpool and City, and I see United fans out there going, "Oh, don't take the piss out of DT, Mark. Don't take the piss out of Arsenal, Mark, because we're terrible." Have we got 3 points? Yes. I'll start worrying about United when we're not winning games. And at the moment, I'm more than happy with United. I've said it before. De Gea in goal, Lindelof, Bailly, Pereira, Pogba, Fred, Lukaku up front. You've got the real spine of a very, very good team. Of course, if Mourinho doesn't pick that team, that's down to him. If I was a Liverpool fan, keep dreaming the dream because that bubble's going to burst. You're not going to win the title. I'll guarantee you that now. But keep dreaming, keep dreaming. City, look, Mr. and Mrs. Comfortable. Depends whether you're a woman or a guy, but you are comfortable. You are the favourites and you're in a comfortable position, and I'll be stunned if you drop any points before October because your fixture list after today is pretty comfortable. Chelsea, I think it's about top 4 for them, and I think they might get it. Spurs, good result yesterday against Newcastle. I actually thought they might drop points, but the one thing Pochettino's brought to Spurs is this ability to get points where traditionally the North London bottlers, the Jelly Babies, Arsenal and Spurs, send them up north and they bottle it. Well, Spurs seem to have turned that corner last season where they can go up north and get points and win games, and that was a good 3 points for them yesterday. And I think United Spurs is going to be a very interesting game. I think it's Monday Night Football a week on 2 weeks tomorrow night, and that's going to be really interesting. But in relation to the opening day of the season, we live in a sensationalist media now. It's so competitive. You've got fan channels like the United Stand. You've got plonkers like me. You've got the mainstream media. You've got journalists clinging on to their careers, trying to be relevant. And because of that, they come out with silly little statements like Jamie Redknapp's, "It looks like Kate has been playing for Liverpool for 8 years instead of 8 minutes." I mean, it's sensational crap that they have to throw out there to try and be relevant. But the reality is, when you get to my age, it's the opening game of the season, and it really, you know what, it's not going to happen, but Wolves could go and win the next 10 games and be top of the league in October. City could lose the next 3 games and be in a relegation battle. Then it's not going to happen, of course, but certainly just because Liverpool won 4-0 doesn't mean they're going to challenge for the title. On the other hand, you know, I as I said, I'd be more impressed by what Spurs did yesterday and what Chelsea did yesterday than what Liverpool did today. I think Liverpool were always going to smash West Ham. West Ham have bought a lot of players, but West Ham have bought a lot of players before and still been crap. They are a very weak team, West Ham. They nearly got relegated last season, and Pellegrini can come in and Pellegrini can spend money, but they're not suddenly going to be a good team overnight. Liverpool beating West Ham, I could have predicted that. United beating Leicester, I predicted that. I got it wrong. It was a little bit closer than I thought, but it's still 3 points. And I said before the game, I tweeted it, City will beat Arsenal today. I actually thought they'd beat them by more. So that didn't surprise me either. Chelsea, I thought maybe there might be a little bit of a shock there. And Spurs, I felt as well. So for me, the 2 results of the day, of the weekend, that I think in relation to the top 5 are important were Chelsea and Spurs. And City are going to go and win a load of games now. Palace play Liverpool next week at Palace. I would expect Liverpool to win that, but you know, let's see what happens with it. I'm look, whether you're Liverpool, Chelsea, whoever, and I know most people will be Manchester United. I'm totally relaxed about United at the moment. It's way too early to start worrying. Aaron Chen says, I was appalled at the people saying that Everton in top 4 just because they spend huge money. Can't wait to prove them wrong at the end of the season. Look, Everton, Fulham lost yesterday. They've spent a lot of money. West Ham has spent a lot of money. They lost today. Everton drew yesterday. They've spent a lot of money. Just because you spend a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to win the league. And the trouble with spending a lot of money is it means you've got a lot of players and it's going to take time for them to bed in. Man City today, 1 new player, and it's like putting on the same pair of socks that you had on yesterday. Comfortable and absolutely ready for it. We beat West Ham 4-1 on the early stage of the Premier League last season, says Eric Ross. I thought we beat them 4-0, but we beat them on the opening day, that's for sure. Why are people jumping to conclusions so early? We had an amazing start last season, but our season was shit, says Matthew McFadden. Yep, I agree. It's just, you know, we shall see again on Christmas, says Shazali. Liverpool aren't winning anything, but we can't be ignorant to the fact that they improved a lot, says DG1. Look, I couldn't give the rat's ass about Liverpool, to be honest with you. Our destiny is in our own hands. Liverpool's destiny is in their hands, and City's destiny is in their hands. And the reality is, we are. Oh, here we go. You silly! You think you can come on my channel and spout crap like this? You spread so much negativity for views, mate. I've been spreading nothing but positivity for the last 5 weeks with Manchester United. So sit your silly ass down and piss off. We spent a lot of money under LVG. It didn't get us anywhere. Exactly. You know, you spend a lot of money and it can take a lot of time to bed in. James Smith, Liverpool looked phenomenal. Maybe Champions League final again. James, how can you say that? How can you say that after 1 game? We've only beat 1 team, West Ham 4-0. It's 1 game. It's 1 game. Come on, let's calm down. We are winning the league, says Young Lord, and he's a Manchester United fan. Wolverhampton versus Everton was the game of the weekend. No doubt. Good match to watch. I enjoyed it as well. I love the unsenders, said Mark. Let the haters have it, says Rahul. Look, I'm respectful of people, but when plonkers come on the live comments, they're going to get a bit of it. That's what's going to happen. It's uncut and it's live, and if they want to talk crap, they're going to get some crap back. Who would you like to replace Mourinho if he gets sacked? Mad Marcus for me, definitely. A dream team of Mad Marcus. Career mode, Mark, says Edwin. I am going to do a career mode on here. Yep. we need to be realistic. City will be favourites to retain the title. And that's a Liverpool fan saying that. Look, whether if there are Liverpool fans on here and you speak sense, you're more than welcome. If you're Chelsea fans, if you're Arsenal fans, all I'm doing is giving my thoughts on the opening weekend of the Premier League season. And I'll tell you what, I'll love it. I will love it if we beat them. No, I'll tell you what, I will love it if Manchester United win the title. But Man City, you can pull this off. That's what she said. You can pull this off. Man City will probably win every single game till October. If you look at the start of the season they've got now, Arsenal was a tough opening day. And they did very well. I think every team who's won away from home, Spurs, Chelsea and City, have done very well because it is difficult on the opening day. City have got a really good run of fixtures now. I'll be stunned if they don't win every single game till October. And that is basically what I think about that. Shazali Sood, lame Mark, like you say, it's my channel. I can say anything. So has Jamie Redknapp. Need to learn to slow down when you're typing, mate, and get your words out so they make sense. Mark, are we getting a director of football? Says Pankaj. I don't know. And I think we'll really find out how good United are when we play Spurs. Yes. Easer's just dropped a sub. Yeah, make sure you do drop a subscription. I tell you what, I ain't going to worry about thumbnails on this channel. I'm not going to think about where I go live, and I'm not going to even overthink the content. I might go live again tonight at midnight after I've been to the pub. I might just wait a few days, but they will be 10-minute videos or thereabouts, and I'll just go live and have a chat with you all and about things that bother me. That's it. Can't wait for the Arsenal Fan TV rant. Love to hear DT rant. I tell you what, he's not going to rant. I know for a fact they're not, because they're going to look like prize plonkers if they rant. I totally agree that under Wenger there for a number of years, you've got a right to want him out of the club. But if they turn on their manager any time in the next 6 months, they're going to look like plonkers. And no one wants to look like a plonker, do they? So they're going to have to be... Look, I think it's funny. I think Arsenal are going to struggle this season. But in all fairness, they've got to give Emery 12 months. We gave Van Gaal 2 years. We nearly gave Moyes a whole season. And he was rubbish. They've got to give Emery 6 months at least before they start turning on him. But will they? I don't think so. Do your ting, everybody sing, says Mark. Arsenal should play similar with the diamond midfield. We really found that. I could go on forevers. You sillies come back. We real fans back our manager. Not like plastic Martial FC. Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm not going to come back on that. It's good to hear. I'm not doing Premier League, Fantasy Premier League. No, P2B, I'm not doing it. I'll do Super Brew and that's it. That is a poor man's Kante, says James Alari. Yeah, well, Chelsea are poor man's Man United, so it swings and roundabout, James. Let's see who finishes above who. United might not win the league this year, but we're definitely going to finish above Chelsea. So there we go. Fred or Cater says Man United FTW. Well, Manchester United all the way. I'd rather be supporting Martial FC, says Danny Riley. To be fair, Anthony Martial is more entertaining than Manchester United. I think we'll win the league and then we need to focus on entertaining football, says Man United fan stand. I like that positivity. Anyway, I'm back live at 8 o'clock tonight. There's 600 people of you watching here. Make sure you subscribe. There's going to be lots of this season. I'm thinking I'm going to go live about big topics and stuff like that irritate me. That's what I'm going to do. I think that works quite well. But it's Saturday Night Live at 8 o'clock tonight on the United Stand. Make sure you join me for that. We're talking Mourinho versus the board. So you, silly, will probably be there, back in Mourinho. Hopefully we'll get a good split. And also we'll probably speak about a few other bits as well. That's what we do. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all later. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like.